Warriors breaking news. Kuminga trade package controversy. What's up, Dub Nation? Ready for some inside scoop that's heating up the Warriors front office? Get comfortable because I'm dropping exclusive details about a trade scenario that had Golden State management sweating bullets. Let's jump straight into today's bombshell report. Warriors Nation, we're learning that Brooklyn wasn't just willing to send Dennis Schroeder to the Bay. They were potentially packaging him with sharpshooting forward Cam Johnson in what would have been a massive roster shakeup. But here's where things got spicy. The deal had a steep price tag attached to it, with our own Jonathan Kuminga as the centerpiece going back to Brooklyn. According to NBA insiders Mark Stein and Jake Fisher, Golden State almost certainly would have had to include JK in any deal that brought both Schroeder and Johnson to Chase Center. That's right. Our 22-year-old athletic phenom with untapped superstar potential was Brooklyn's asking price. This revelation explains why Warriors brass ultimately settled for acquiring just Schroeder without the Johnson sweetener. The front office clearly wasn't ready to give up on the Kuminga experiment despite his inconsistent role through his first 3 seasons. Let's be real here. The Warriors have been desperate to find a reliable second scoring option alongside Steph Curry. Since Klay Thompson's departure, this offseason left a shooting guard-sized hole in our lineup. Kuminga has flashed tantalizing glimpses of being that guy, showing explosive athleticism and improved shot creation that suggest he could develop into that coveted Robin to Curry's Batman. The Nets weren't just shopping Schroeder and Johnson, either. Reports indicate Dorian Finney-Smith was also being dangled in these exploratory conversations between the teams. Brooklyn clearly entered full fire sale mode, and the Warriors were interested in all 3 players according to ESPN's Shams Charania. But Warriors management appears committed to exercising patience with Kuminga's development. Despite his frustrating inconsistency and occasional disappearing acts, the front office sees something worth protecting, even if it meant passing on a proven scorer like Johnson, who would have immediately bolstered our offensive firepower. As Stein and Fisher wisely pointed out, Golden State's decision makes strategic sense on 2 fronts. First, they get more time to evaluate whether Kuminga can grow into the expanded role they've gradually carved out for him. Second, preserving Kuminga as a trade asset potentially positions them for an even bigger swing at landing a legitimate, all-star partner for Curry down the line. Let's not forget, the Warriors already struck out on attempts to land both Paul George and Lauri Markkanen during the offseason. Keeping Kuminga in their back pocket gives them ammunition for another major move when the right opportunity presents itself. The front office is gambling that the acquisition of Schroeder alone, combined with Kuminga's continued development, will be enough to address the team's persistent scoring issues. Schroeder brings veteran playmaking, defensive intensity, and championship experience from his Lakers days that the Warriors desperately needed in their backcourt rotation. But the question remains, did the Warriors make the right call protecting Kuminga instead of going all in for Johnson? Cam would have provided immediate floor spacing, consistent scoring output, and the kind of reliable 3-point shooting that's been sorely missing since Klay's departure. Meanwhile, Kuminga remains an enigma, a player blessed with otherworldly, physical tools who has shown flashes of brilliance punctuated by equally frustrating stretches of inconsistency. Are the Warriors wise to continue their investment in his development? Or is this another case of overvaluing homegrown talent when championship windows with Curry are rapidly closing? The Warriors are betting that Schroeder's veteran presence, paired with internal development, will be enough to keep them competitive while preserving future flexibility. But contending teams rarely have the luxury of patience, and Curry isn't getting any younger despite his continued brilliance. So, Dub Nation, I've got to ask, would you have pulled the trigger on including Kuminga to get both Schroeder and Johnson? Was protecting JK the right long-term play, or should the Warriors have seized the opportunity to add proven talent around Curry immediately? Are we overestimating Kuminga's potential or underestimating his ceiling? Drop your hottest takes in the comments below. I want to hear what you think about this potential blockbuster that never materialized. And if you're loving this exclusive Warriors Insider content, Don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more breaking news and analysis throughout the season. Warriors fans deserve nothing but the best coverage, and that's exactly what we're delivering. Warriors Jimmy Butler gamble. Brilliant move or ticking time bomb. What's up, Dub Nation? Coming at you with absolutely explosive news that has the basketball world buzzing. No time to waste. We're diving straight into the bombshell that just rocked the Bay Area. The Golden State Warriors have officially acquired Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat in a blockbuster trade that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming just 48 hours ago. Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a top 10 protected first-round pick are headed to South Beach, while the Warriors lock down Butler with a massive 2-year, $121 million extension. But here's where things get downright bizarre. This marriage seemingly came together after both sides spent weeks loudly proclaiming they wanted nothing to do with each other. Talk about an awkward first date. Just Monday, ESPN's Brian Windhorst reported Butler had directly told the Warriors he had zero interest in signing an extension with them. The Athletic's Anthony Slater revealed Butler strongly preferred Phoenix, who were reportedly offering him more money. Meanwhile, Warriors insiders claimed there was no pressure at any level of the organization to pursue Butler. The concerns were legitimate. How would the notoriously stubborn and confrontational Butler fit into a Warriors culture that already features one of the league's most volatile personalities in Draymond Green? Even Stephen Curry and Steve Kerr reportedly shared these reservations. This isn't just media speculation. These are substantiated reports from the most connected NBA insiders in the business. Let's not sugarcoat this. Butler wasn't even Plan B for the Warriors. He was Plan C at best. The Warriors spent the better part of 2 days desperately trying to orchestrate a Kevin Durant reunion. When KD showed zero interest in returning to the Bay, they reportedly shifted focus to Zach LaVine before finally settling on Butler. So what changed? Was Butler suddenly enticed by Golden State's extension offer? Were the Warriors' publicly reported concerns just negotiation tactics to drive down Miami's asking price? Or did both sides simply run out of better options and settle for each other? Like last call at a bar? The timing couldn't be more ironic, considering Draymond Green's comments to Yahoo Sports just weeks ago. If something's gonna happen, it has to be the right thing. We're not going to rush and make the wrong decision because we're panicking. That's how you set your organization back 5 to 7 years. The million-dollar question now becomes, did the Warriors just hit the panic button? Butler turns 36 later this year. Curry will be 37 next month. Green hits 35 in March. The championship window for this core isn't just closing. It's slamming shut with hurricane-force winds. If there was ever a time to go all in, it's now. But history suggests this particular all-in move comes with serious risk. Butler's track record speaks for itself. Minnesota, Philadelphia, and now Miami all initially embraced his intensity before it eventually wore out its welcome. The pattern is clear. Jimmy builds, Jimmy elevates, Jimmy destroys, Jimmy departs. What makes anyone think Golden State will be different? Especially with personalities like Green already occupying the team enforcer role. Two alpha dogs rarely coexist peacefully in the same kennel. Yet despite all these red flags, there's undeniable upside. When fully engaged, Butler remains one of the NBA's most impactful two-way forces. His playoff performances are the stuff of legend, willing undermanned Heat teams to finals appearances through sheer force of will. He's the kind of player who rises to moments rather than shrinking from them. The Warriors desperately needed a legitimate second option alongside Curry, someone who can create their own shot, get to the free throw line, and defend at a high level. Butler checks all those boxes, and for all his off-court drama, his on-court play has never been the issue. Perhaps most importantly, Butler gives the Warriors something they've lacked since Durant's departure. A reliable crunch-time scorer who can get a bucket when defenses sell out to stop Curry. That alone might justify the risk. For Warriors fans, This move represents the front office acknowledging the urgency of Curry's timeline. There are no more 5-year plans, no more developmental projects. It's championship or bust, right now, with whatever remaining greatness these aging stars can muster. So, Dub Nation, what's your take on this high-stakes gamble? Will Butler be the missing piece that returns the Warriors to championship glory? Or are we witnessing the beginning of a spectacular implosion that could set the franchise back years? Will Jimmy Buckets and Draymond coexist or combust? Drop your hottest takes in the comments below. And if you're loving this exclusive Warriors coverage as we navigate this rollercoaster season, hit that subscribe button for more breaking news and in-depth analysis. This is just the beginning of what promises to be the NBA's most fascinating experiment of the year.